Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
It is a very nice summer day out there, but I am tracking storms for Thursday and some of the best weekend weather you could ever ask for. I have details just ahead.
Plus, 2 Detroit firefighters are hurt battling a house fire. New at noon, we now know that this fire was intentionally set. But we do start with breaking news out of Washington this afternoon. Today, President Trump is reversing a major Defense Department policy on Twitter that was initially approved by President Obama. Now, in a series of tweets, President Trump says that he will ban transgender people from serving in the U.S. Armed Military in any capacity. His tweet reads, quote, "Our military must be focused on decisive and overwhelming victory and cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs and disruption that transgenders in the military would entail." Transgender service members have been able to serve openly in the military since last year. Currently, it's estimated up to 6,000 transgender people serve. So far, there has been opposition to the president's ban from both parties.
Well, I think you ought to treat everybody fairly and you ought to give everybody a chance to serve.
Democratic U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren also expressed opposition to the ban, tweeting, "President Trump can pretend this is a military decision, but it isn't. Banning troops on gender identity is shameful and makes us less safe." Of course, you can stay with us here on Local 4 and click on Detroit.com. We're going to have more reaction coming out of Washington on this on Local 4 News First at 4. Also developing this afternoon, investigators say an early morning fire that left 2 Detroit firefighters hospitalized was intentionally set. That fire started around 4 on Minnock Street near Joy Road. We want to get right on over to Local 4's Nick Monticelli. He's on Detroit's west side. And Nick, do we have any idea how these firefighters are doing right now?
The firefighters are going to be just fine, Evrod. They've got first and second degree burns to their chin, their bicep, on their arm, but they will be okay. In fact, one is already out of the hospital. Now, this has been a very eventful afternoon. I want to show you some video right now. Arson investigators have been here all morning, and this man right here instantly became a person of interest. He's been hanging around all morning, somehow knows or related to the person staying here, and when they started talking to him, he took off running through the streets of this West Side neighborhood. You can see police trying to catch up to him right there. They've called in additional units. They've been scouring this neighborhood many blocks for the past 45 minutes to an hour now. They have not caught him yet, but he certainly is considered a person of interest that may have intentionally started this fire that, as we mentioned, injured 2 firefighters as they were trapped when a flashover happened.
I see too much of this all the time. You know, it's like the whole neighborhood.
From across the street, Ernest Keene looked on as his neighbor's home was destroyed by fire. But a more accurate way to describe it is destroyed by arson. Investigators say someone poured a flammable liquid near a window and lit this house on fire. But it burned for a while before 911 was called. And when Detroit firefighters were called in, they were told someone was trapped inside.
And so now you go into what we call rescue mode. So while they're stretching the hose lines waiting to get water, people actually entered the fire.
3 firefighters went in, but after only about 10 seconds, the fire flashed over, meaning it erupted, filling the home with walls of flames. Those firefighters had to jump out of windows to escape.
He turned around and went back out the way he came. So he actually had to come back through fire. Then the other firefighters, if they're near a window, they went out the window, which is the quickest way of escaping.
To make matters worse, no one was ever trapped inside. Those 2 firefighters have first and second degree burns on their bicep, chin, and more. They'll be okay. This house won't be. And all because someone decided to light it on fire.
They're up and walking and talking, and and again, any burn injury can get infected and everything else, so it's serious, and of course it hurts like mad. And so in this particular case, we're just glad it wasn't any worse than it was.
All right, so right now you're looking live at that Chevy Blazer right now. That is the vehicle that this person of interest was driving. It is still running. As soon as the arson investigators started talking to him, again, he just bolted, taking off through this neighborhood. So they are actively searching for that person of interest. As far as the home, of course, that is destroyed. Again, they believe it was set using some kind of flammable liquid, likely gasoline, poured inside of the windows and then set on fire. And whether or not somebody was actually in that home or not has yet to be determined. But I should point out, though, that whoever set this, once they are caught, they will also have charges of assaulting a public safety officer. That is a felony. We are live here on Detroit's West Side. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Well, hopefully the person responsible is caught and prosecuted. Nick, thank you. 2 men have been charged in connection with an assault on a 70-year-old man in Wayne. Jacob Rose and Ryan Fletcher, who are pictured here on your screen, both from Garden City, are accused of punching the victim, kicking him, and even hitting him with a car radio. Now they're both charged with assault with intent to commit murder and assault with a dangerous weapon. The victim is said to be recovering at a local hospital from numerous serious injuries. Detroit police are investigating a hit and run that has left 1 man hospitalized. This happened early this morning in the area of Sunderland Road and Stahalin Avenue near West 7 Mile in the Southfield Freeway. Police say an Alero made an illegal U-turn and hit a Honda Civic. The driver in the Honda, a 35-year-old man, is in critical condition. The driver of the Alero left the scene on foot. If you have any information about this, please contact Detroit Police. Well, we started the day out partly sunny with temperatures in the 70s. Paul Gross in for Brandon Force this afternoon. Kind of a comfortable afternoon so far, Paul.
This is not, I'll tell you what, this is not like July standards that we're used to. Now, these are mid and high level clouds, and if you look real carefully, you can see these little strips here where you can almost see some blue there. So there is some thinness to these clouds, allowing sunshine through. And then there, as I'll show you in a minute, there are spots where there's less of the cloud cover itself. Mid 70s solidly across the board right now. The wind from the south or southwest at about 10 miles per hour. So it's a very pleasant day out there. So here's the satellite image, and you can see these little wisps of clouds coming down. And actually, as I broaden the view, you can see where these are coming from. We have showers and storms across the top part of the state here, and what's happening is we're seeing cirrus clouds, what you're seeing outside, just kind of spilling off the tops of those. You can see this here. Now, this is that new GOES 16 satellite imagery, so ignore the little glitches you see at the end there. It's still technically in test and evaluation mode, so we expect to see some glitches till they finalize things. So we're going to kind of keep what we have with some intervals of sunshine this afternoon. We should reach the low to mid 80s, and then we have storms to talk about for tomorrow, but a fantastic weekend. Be back with that in just a little bit, Evrod.
All righty, Paul, thank you. The search continues now for a 17-year-old who was kidnapped from a home by 3 men. Police tell us that Jaylon Wilson was abducted just after noon on Tuesday on Westward Street, just north of West Warren on the city's west side. An eyewitness tells Local 4 that Jaylon was inside of the house when, out of nowhere, a silver car pulls up. 3 men jump out of it and rush inside, and within seconds, that witness says that they carried Jaylon to a car and then drove right off. Police say the men jumped into an older model silver Impala or Malibu. If you know where Jaylon could be, please contact Detroit Police. New at noon, Livonia police asking for your help now finding a purse thief. Police say the man seen here was at the Costco store on Haggerty Road July 17th when he allegedly stole a purse that belonged to a female shopper. Now, that man was last seen driving this older model red F-150. If you know who he is, or maybe if you even recognize the truck, please contact Livonia police. The Senate is back in session as the debate continues on legislation to overhaul the Affordable Care Act. Late last night, the Senate rejected a proposal from Republicans to repeal and replace Obamacare. Today, senators are expected to cast a vote on a repeal-only proposal, and this all comes after Vice President Mike Pence cast the tie-breaking vote to move forward on health care reform Tuesday. The NBA is rolling out jersey advertisements next season, and we have actually just learned the Detroit Pistons are getting in on this game. An announcement is set for 1 p.m. today to announce a new partnership between the Pistons and Flagstar Bank. And some reports are saying the partnership is to sponsor the Pistons jersey with a patch in the upper right corner. The Pistons will join several teams who have signed sponsors already, including Boston Celtics, Orlando Magic, Cleveland Cavaliers, Utah Jazz, and the Brooklyn Nets. And sticking with sports, attention all Lions fans, single game tickets are now on sale for the upcoming 2017 season. And right now you can buy your tickets to any of the Lions 8 home games and 2 preseason games. You can order by going to the Lions website or by calling the Lions box office. And we should let you know, the Lions kick off the preseason on the road against the Colts. That is scheduled for August 13th. All right, still ahead here on Local 4 News at noon. Raging wildfires in Europe forced thousands of families out of their homes. We'll tell you why crews are having such a hard time containing this massive fire. Plus here, a little closer to home, officers opened fire outside of a youth shelter in that state. We'll tell you what we know about the teenager who was shot and killed. But first, a home explosion rocks an entire neighborhood. And now police believe the explosion was caused by thieves covering their tracks. That's coming up next.
A high-powered visit from a White House cabinet member happening right now, and only we can tell you why. SBA is in town looking at Detroit as a template for the rest of the nation. I'll see you today at 4 on First at 4.
Welcome back. Investigators are looking into what caused this explosion and fire that rocked a neighborhood in Illinois. Now, this fire ignited on Friday at a home in the town of Peoria, which is just southwest of Chicago. You can see the flames and black smoke pouring from the home's roof. The family who lives there was not at home at the time, but they did lose everything, including their family pets. Neighbors saying that they heard and felt the explosion before looking outside to see that home on fire.
I just couldn't imagine what it was, so I went outside thinking maybe it was a car accident and the house was already on fire. I stood here and it was like I was in a trance because I didn't even have the presence of mind at that time to call 911 because it was so scary.
The house was demolished. The case is listed as a burglary and arson, and so far no arrests have been made. A teen has died after being shot by police officers in eastern Arkansas. Authorities saying police officers in the city of Marion responded to a call at a youth shelter on Tuesday night. Moments after responding, the officers reported a teen had been shot by police. The 16-year-old later died at a hospital in Memphis. Police have yet to share details about what led up to that shooting. 10,000 people have been evacuated due to wildfires raging across southern Europe and France. In Portugal, drought conditions, high temperatures, and strong winds are fueling the flames. The fires have also caused thousands of residents and tourists to evacuate part of the French Riviera. And in France alone, 4,000 firefighters and soldiers are battling those flames.
New at noon.
The city of Chicago has a new way to fight its out-of-control rat population. We'll tell you what the city is now doing that has immediate results. Paul?
Wait a minute, I have to talk to the producer. We're going from rats to me. There's some symbolism there, and I don't like that. All right, anyhow, what stands between us and our weekend is this. So we're going to take care of this. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, and then the weekend coming your way. I'll tell you what, this is weather you're going to just love. I have all the details just ahead.
Back to school, words that should bring excitement, but bring one local mom to tears.
You would never think you'd be terrified of going to school.
Her 3-year-old died last year at preschool. She says schools have done little to make other kids safe.
So I just want to make sure they're okay and other kids are okay.
But now the defenders are teaming up with the family to see if state lawmakers will take action.
Our role is to make sure that these types of tragedies never happen again.
The Defenders, tonight at 11.
Medical malpractice.
Welcome back, everybody. Meteorologist Paul Gross joining me now with a look at our forecast, and I am thankful for these cooler temperatures.
A lot of people are, and I know a lot of people like it warm, and it's warm enough. We'll
It's
be into
totally
the 80s
warm
today.
enough.
Yeah, and it's just the humidity from last week. Remember that oppressive humidity?
Oh, yes,
that
we do.
We've gotten rid of. So it's going to creep up tonight, but we're not going to get to those levels. And let me start with just a spectacular storm pin.
Wow.
Now, we've talked at the top of the show here about those cirrus clouds, those higher level clouds. When you have those at sunrise or sunset, it's going to be spectacular. And this was posted on Storm Pins by R.S. McGuire there in Rochester Hills. That was, boy, what a beautiful shot of the sunrise this morning. Just thanks for sending that in. Remember, the app is free. You can post your pictures, and don't forget, you can see everybody's Storm Pin pictures on that app. So it's not just the ones we show you on the air. Not only do we see them and we get to choose them, but you get to see all of them too. So this is great stuff. All right, we are solidly in the 70s everywhere except Sandusky. I'm sorry, Sandusky. You're at 68 degrees right now, a little bit more in the way of cloud cover up there, but the rest of us are in the mid-70s right now. And so if we look at the dew point, that's an indication of moisture in the atmosphere. We've been talking about this a lot this summer. When you're in the 50s, like yesterday, it's very comfortable. Low 60s is a little more humid, but still comfortable. When you start getting into the 70s, that's when we scientifically call it icky. It is just miserable and oppressive when the dew point's in the 70s. And look what's out to the west. Dew points in the 70s. Now, we're not going to quite get to these low to mid 70s here, but this area here is going to kind of fold down over the state tonight. So get ready for a bit of an uncomfortable sleeping night. Now, ahead of this moisture here, you can see all of this shower and thunderstorm activity. This is going to be a slow mover to come through the area. We've actually had to change the Friday forecast from yesterday because there's actually off the map there an upper level disturbance that's going to kind of come down into this thing, and I'll show you in a second here how that's going to affect things for our Friday. But you can see these cirrus clouds are just spilling off the tops of those showers and storms to the north. So this is really spectacular imagery here. But those cirrus clouds will be in and out through the afternoon, giving us some sunshine. So here it is on the model. So you can see kind of the mixture of clouds and sun. But now tomorrow morning's rush hour, maybe a few showers around, but the better chance for showers and storms are in the afternoon. Now notice this front has a little wave on it, a little area of low pressure. This is going to be affected by that upper level disturbance I told you about. As that comes across the state Friday, the low is going to kind of stall out a bit to our east. So you notice we're keeping some of the cloud cover for at least part of the area Friday, and there may be some showers on Friday as well. But don't worry. We're going to leave the weekend untouched, and you're going to love it. I'll show you that in a second. 84 degrees, the high for today, and again, the humidity higher than yesterday, but not oppressive like what we saw last week. But tonight, though, that low of 69, that's pretty uncomfortable. So a dry night, but becoming muggier and mostly cloudy. So tomorrow we have that chance of showers and storms I showed you already. Friday, a few showers. Look at your weekend. 80 on Saturday, 83 Sunday, comfortable humidity, lots of sunshine, and temperatures stay in the 80s into next week, Evrod.
And I like the sound of that. Paul, thank you. Detroit automaker Ford has released its second quarter earnings. Profits rose 4% compared to last year. Ford brought in $2 billion in net profit with a total revenue of $37 billion, on par with Wall Street expectations. Well, the city of Chicago has an unusual approach to getting rid of the city's rats. The city is now using dry ice to kill the rodents. Crews are placing the dry ice directly into rat burrows before covering the hole. And when the ice melts, it turns into carbon dioxide and it suffocates the small animals. The dry ice method, it's cheaper than traditional methods. Preliminary test results showed at 3 Chicago parks showed the method successfully eliminating more than 80%, or 60% rather, 60% of the rodents when an area was treated. Similar methods are also being used in New York and Boston. All right, still ahead, a new robot that can grow 250 times its size has been unveiled, and we're going to show you how it works and what it's being developed to do when we come back.